Hey guys, this is Johnny Smash back for another League of Legends commentary, and today I'm going to commentate on a Cho'Gath game I played in solo queue in normal. And the reason I'm playing normal is because I don't know, ranked, it seems like you can't really choose like weird heroes and stuff because people will get mad and it's all like super serious. But and I like, and plus I like to always switch characters like all the time, so I don't want it to be like a big deal when try a new character and I'm not that good with them. Of course, people still like complain about me in this mode, but the sounds from the game, you're not gonna be able to hear the sounds from the game this time because I accidentally had my microphone plugged in, so it thought that it should record that instead of the game while I was frapsing it. So anyways, I'm playing Cho'Gath. I've got a super tank build, and you can see the guide link in the description of this video. And it starts with Regrowth Pendant, which I really like. Now, for the runes in the guide were really weird and janky. I didn't understand it. Like, and for red you got health runes, and instead of flat health quints, it was scaling. So I just used my own runes. I think I went for flat health quints. The yellows were dodge. Blue is scaling magic resist. And wait, did I already? Yeah, quints are flat health. Oh, and red is magic penetration. Because I mean, the magic penetration is just good. It'll increase your damage. I mean, it's not really any hero I'd get anything besides magic or armor pen with for the red runes. But I used to just get yellow and blue runes as what's it called, mana regen on Cho, because I just thought it was fun to be able to spam his abilities. But I mean, there were times where I was not quite tanky enough, and the guide, it recommends getting like health items. You go for Warmogs, and then what's it called, the Leviathan, which is straight health and no armor or dodge or magic resist. So I figured the dodge and magic resist is just going to become exponentially better the more health I have, and I'm going to have a lot of health. So I just shouldn't be greedy trying to spam my abilities. He already does great creep farming with just his E ability, so I don't really need to oh, and I'm going to solo 1v2. I wasn't going all the way forward because I only seen one guy that was very suspicious. But I mean, Cho's so tanky, and I have the regrowth pendant or whatever it's called. I don't know why I can't remember item names. I don't know if it's just while I'm commenting that I can't remember or what. But yeah, I'm just trying to stay in XP range. It looks like I'm not going to be able to farm very well, but I actually am. I just need to get my E ability, and I tried to use the spikes to just grab that last hit, but trust me, I'm gonna be farming pretty good soon here. The E ability is so good for farming. It's amazing. But yeah, I'm just gonna like sneak up here, and notice I don't really auto attack. I mean, well, you can't see, I like to move around a lot and then I go in for the last hit. Yeah, and that's obviously the best way to last hit. It depends. There's some characters where you just want to spam abilities and attack a lot, like Nasus. I probably would more so, or like Anivia. Like her ult does so much damage, you just want to spam it and kill those creeps. But I mean, I want to make sure I get every last hit I can, so I'm trying to see, look at me walk back and forth, waiting till I can get that last hit, which I did not get. Which maybe it's just because I haven't played in a while, or I haven't played Cho in a long time, so I'm not sure exactly how much damage I'm going to be doing. I know I used to level the E as a priority in my old build, but that doesn't really help in team fights. Like, this build recommends Q, then get one level of E, then just level Q over W, and of course get your ult whenever you can, and then get E later. I think that's pretty much exactly what it is. And the Q and the W are so good for team fights. And I think a guide I used to use recommends you level W first, which is the silence, and you can get a really long silence with that. And the Q just does more damage when you level. It doesn't stun for longer, and it's hard to hit with. So I I kind of thought about leveling the silence first, just because 4 second silence is a long freaking time. But you know, silence is kind of weird because you might just silence a group of people, and but they already use their abilities. But I mean, it's generally gonna really mess them up and confuse them for 4 seconds. So, I mean, I just went by the guide because I wanted to like because a lot of people rated the guide pretty well. It's hard to find a good show guide actually. Leaguecraft, I couldn't find any with like very good ratings. So I went to MobaFire, which is usually the order I do it because Leaguecraft usually has more in-depth guides, where MobaFire has some guides that are mostly just builds. And I like the rating system over at Leaguecraft. I mean, they both have good rating systems. And I don't know if there's another site. Maybe you guys, if anybody watches this, maybe you could like message me or comment about it because I love hunting for builds, and I haven't played in so long. It's like I can start over hunting for builds because there's so many new guides, and I kind of ran out of guides to read for a lot of characters when I used to play because I would look at like every guide that got a decent rating. But this is the guide that got the best rating, and I'm not leveling W first because I just want to follow the guide. I mean, obviously that person, at least they probably played the show more than me. So yeah, they're like trying to harass me, but I'm not, you can see I mean, I didn't just run straight out of there. I kind of hung out there. Oh, Pantheon flashed away. And wow, the wolf guy came at just the right time, but also just the wrong time. Like, and Pantheon's flash, I mean, that must have been the perfect flash, just flash away from the wolf and me, even though we were like coming from different directions pretty much. So Pantheon he got a little lucky there. If the wolf would have come like a little sooner, like when they were up at the tower, the wolf would have totally killed him. And I don't know why I call him the wolf. I feel like I can't remember the names for anything while I'm commentating. I feel like, you know, I'm just pushing out these videos because it makes me less confused every time that I commentate, and I definitely notice that I sound confused sometimes while I'm commentating, and I definitely say a lot and like, and that's bad. So I'm just yeah, there I go again. I'm just trying to get used to it and just forcing them out. Practice makes perfect. So the more I do it, the better it'll be. And yeah, I'm really just going for last hits here. I'm not really usually when I'm 1v2, I plan on not killing anybody and just getting a lot of last hits. Although I felt like I could have almost killed Pantheon there if he didn't like have the flash and everything. So the wolf guy, I can't remember his name. I don't know what is wrong with me, but he's all up in the lane. That's cool. You can see he just auto attacks like every other freaking person in the world apparently. Maybe it's because I played Heroes of Newer so much, and if you auto attack in that, it seems like you can't ever get last hits because you can't spam abilities in that game to get last hits like you can in this one. So if you just auto attack, you'll get noticeably less gold in that game because you can't spam abilities, and there's not really as many characters with good farming abilities that don't cost much mana or no mana. So yeah, I'm gonna probably turn around and get that last hit. I always like to do that. Got a couple last hits there. I really love the E ability. In fact, I like the E and the W. Well, I don't know, the Q is just so hard to land, and the worst part is Cho is so slow, and there's a delay on casting it, obviously. I mean, I really like abilities you have to time right to use. Like, I really like Blitz's hook and stuff like that. Like, I can lead the hook when someone's running and usually hit them, but I don't know, it just seems like the combination of Cho being slow and the kind of short range on the Q, I mean, it's an okay range. It just seems like it's hard to hit people with it, and that bothers me. In some games I feel like I can hit it every time. I don't think it should show the stuff on the ground before it comes up, and I think that's what really makes it unfavorable to me. And I think the enemies can see that, right? If not, then it's not as bad as I thought. Maybe I'm overthinking it and I'm trying to like cast them in places where the enemy won't be able to move out of the way because they can see it. So maybe I'm like overthinking it. But I mean, in Han there was a character that had an ability like that, only had way longer range, and the enemies couldn't see that it was coming. and it had a smaller radius too, but and it was good. And this one is just kind of feels like a gimped version of that, so that maybe that's why I don't like it so much. I mean, obviously it's a good ability. In team fights, people aren't generally going to notice it or all run out of the way, and if they do run out of the way, that's like good disables. And you can see I'm feasting every cooldown. That's it's kind of like one of those, like, if you read a game design blog or something, they'd say that that's like anti-synergy within an ability, because it's like you want to have feast up to be able to kill people, but you also want to get feast stacks, so you have to use it, so it's like never up. It's like, yeah, 60-second cooldown. You can't use it for like 6 minutes unless it comes off cooldown, and then is the right opportunity to kill someone with. So there's some stuff that bothers me about Cho, but I do like playing Cho a lot. I'm saying a lot of bad stuff about him, but he's one of the characters that I think is just like one of the most pure tank characters out there. Like, he doesn't rely on his damage, he just relies on his disables and crazy tanking ability. But sometimes it is easy to ignore him, because if he just pops his abilities, you can pretty much just ignore him, because he's not going to be dealing much damage. And the Pantheon was, oh, I guess the Pantheon's mid. For the Pantheon seemed like he was MIA like way too long, and I thought he might have gone AFK. I think, yeah, I said Panth still MIA bot, and then people are like, oh, Blitzcrank was complaining about kill stealing, and let me guess, he hooked someone, and he thought because he hooked someone, he deserves the kill. What? Who are they playing as? My quality is so bad I can't even see. Looks like Sionix, the new hero. You guys will probably just think I'm like dumb because I don't like know. Oh, was that Sion? Yeah, Sion can deal more damage than Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank can't deal damage very well. I mean, he has his ult, but I think this Blitzcrank does get some AP though. I usually go for a tanky Blitzcrank, which is really fun for me. Maybe I'll show you guys my Blitzcrank build sometime. It's really weird. Yeah, you can see he's trying to harass me, but my health just comes back. I have a ton of health. I mean, at half health, I probably have more health than like a lot of characters, and that's because of the 4 feast stacks. And like I was saying, you just end up with so much health on Cho. That's why I decided to go for the armor and not armor, dodge and magic resist runes. And this guy thinks he can like kill me because he's probably been killing people. I wasn't paying attention if he was getting any kills, but no, I'm Cho. I do kind of like sit around a little too much and let them get me low, because but I mean, it doesn't end up being like a problem, but I am really low right now, so maybe I should have been a little more careful. If I was anybody else, obviously I wouldn't be able to do that. When that blitz came, I didn't see the green health bar yet, and I thought it might be an enemy blitz, and I was like freaking out for like half a second. But this blitz, I hate people that complain, and having him there, I was just thinking, I don't want him to complain. I'm thinking he's going to complain if I don't use my Q on him, on the enemies. He's going to complain if I don't follow him in to get 2v1'd. But, I mean, obviously all of our allies suddenly show up. I feel like my map awareness isn't what it used to be, because like this game and the last game, when all our allies show up, it's like a complete surprise to me. And if it was the enemies, obviously I would have died, but when it's the allies, I should be there to help them more so I gotta pay attention to that. And you can see the E move is really getting me a lot of last hits. It's one thing to show, it's so easy to farm, and you can get lots of good items. I mean, a lot of times at Cho, you'll feel like almost all of your item slots, or all of them, and you're just trying to decide what to get. But I haven't been able to go back to the freaking shop the entire game, and like, it's because there's 2 people farming this lane. If I leave, they're just gonna push it. And I mean, it's not really true right now because all my allies are there, but yeah, I can't really leave the lane. I think they're gonna head up there, and I can't leave because, oh wait, Blitz is